Hello my darlings, I'm TwisTay, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the best horror romance movie. I'm going to talk to you guys about the entire Twilight Saga. The Twilight Saga is about Bella Swan, a human who moves to Washington, where she falls in love with the vampire Edward. And throughout her love with Edward, she also starts to have a deep, deep bond with Jacob, who we eventually find out is a werewolf. And through all of this mess, we find out that the Volturi is going to kill her. But that will not stop her power of love with Edward and her power of putting Jacob in the friend zone over and over again. It goes Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn Part 1, and Breaking Dawn Part 2. Because the original book was so big, it needed to be broken into two separate movies, which I'm really happy with. Otherwise, it would have felt so lackluster if it was all cooped into just one movie. It gave us a better idea of the broad spectrum of what vampires and werewolves can do. Like, for starters, I had no idea that vampires could sparkle. Werewolves are humans and then they poof out into wolves. It was the most amazing thing ever. Kristen Stewart, she was made for this role because the entire saga, Bella just wants to be a dead vampire. And that's exactly how her acting was. It portrayed a dead vampire. It was fantastic. And not only that, but the love of Edward and Bella, it is so beautiful, you guys. I just want to have a relationship like that. I want to have a relationship where I'm always doubting myself and I'm always wanting to get the love and affection of Edward, even though every time we kiss, he just looks like he wants to vomit. It's pure love right there. Okay, you guys, I know that this is exactly where TwisTay will tell you what it has and what it has not, with cliches and eerie moments and suspenseful moments, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do something a little bit different, and I hope that you guys are inspired to see this after all this. There are 14 brand new ideas, and they all are surrounded by the vampires and the werewolves. Vampires can actually walk in daylight as long as there are still clouds. Vampires can reproduce with humans. And not only that, but when you turn into a vampire, you have the most flawless skin and your face looks like as if you're wearing makeup for the rest of your life. Werewolves, they have backpacks throughout the woods because when they transform, they poof and turn back to human. They are naked. I never knew these ideas could exist for werewolves and vampires, and I'm glad that we can have a broader idea of what a vampire as well as a werewolf can do with the horror community. Total amount of plain or normal scenarios, there are 22, and they can go on to Bella being the new girl, Charlie meeting Edward for the first time, Bella hanging out with Jacob, or even Bella having first moment opportunities with her daughter Renesmee. Yeah, that's a real word. Isn't it so unique and amazing? Total amount of peaceful and calm moments. There are 16, and the majority of them has to do whenever Edward and Bella are staring at each other's eyes and just imagining what it's like to be with one another. Whether it be in the field filled with flowers, or in the snow, or just when they're hunting for the first time. It's just puts your heart at ease. Total amount of love and romantic moments, there are 19, and they just sweep me off my feet onto cloud 9. It's so beautiful. Like the time that Edward was about to sacrifice himself in front of the Volturi because he wanted to prove his love for Bella because he thought Bella had killed herself by jumping off of a cliff into the water. That's definitely one of them. Or when Jacob was about to risk his own life by leaving his pack, that way his pack would not kill her while she was pregnant with Edward's kid, and he ran off and he went to go protect her. That is also romantic. And that, my amazing darlings, is exactly what Twilight is without the... That's for trying to take over TwisTay. Okay guys, yeah, it's really me, TwisTay. So, the only good to ever come out of any of the Twilight films is one, some of the songs. That has to do with the Paramore song, Supermassive Black Hole, the overly romantic song that is in the first Breaking Dawn movie for the wedding. Number two, and the last one, is that epic fight scene that turns out to just be a hallucination at the end of Breaking Dawn Part 2. That is it. So guys, without further ado, honestly, don't fucking bother, don't fucking acknowledge, just don't watch this film at all, or this saga. It is absolutely disgusting. I mean, come on. What freaking vampire sparkles in the sunlight? They're not supposed to. They're supposed to burn up and die because they are creatures of darkness and evil. That's exactly what they are. True Blood does it. Van Helsing does it. Hell, even Hotel Transylvania frickin' does it. So come on guys, if a freaking child movie is able to portray vampires more faithfully than Twilight can, yeah, you know that there's something wrong. So my darlings, have any of you ever watched the Twilight Saga? What did you think about it? And also, how did you endure it? Please write your comments down below and we will have a discussion about that. And darlings, if by chance this is your first time ever watching any of my reviews, this is not it. This was all done as an April Fool's joke. Do you have a horror film you would like for me to review? Old or new, or even a foreign movie? Please write them down below and I will get to them as soon as I possibly can. If you've liked what you've seen, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. So, until next time, my loves. Bye.